Hello everyone, my name is Przemek Ickiewicz and I'm a senior software developer on the Golem team. Today I'd like to showcase you the newest addition to our ecosystem, which is the DApps stack, and specifically the central component of which, the Dapp-runner, which is Golem's decentralized web application runner. For some context, we have in the past explored various avenues of Golem usage and had various use cases from Golem and Golem network. But mostly what we had been focused on was distribution of computational loads, which you may remember the flagship example of, which was Blender rendering. And with Dapp-runner, we are shifting our focus more into services and running such long-running services on top of the Golem network. And why Dapp-runner specifically? We built it to allow users to easily launch such multi-tier web applications on top of the decentralized network that the Golem network is. We have followed a no-code approach, which allows the developers of those apps to focus on building those apps using platforms and languages that they are most familiar with. And at the same time, we wanted to leverage community's experience with tools like Docker Compose. And this results in how the Dapp-runner looks. It's a command line tool built with Python, and it is the first experimental implementation of a concept we called Golem deploy. And what it does, it runs those applications based on a very simple descriptor syntax that's very similar to tools like Docker Compose. And here we have an example of such an application. It consists of a single payload that uses a virtual machine in a runtime, and we provide its image hash, which allows the image for this container to be pulled from our repository. And then we define the structure of our application. So we have a single instance of a service called simple service. It uses the payload that we defined above, and we provide an initialization script that's going to launch the service on our network. So that's it. That's all it takes to run an application consisting of a single instance of a single image on Golem network. And this is how Dapp-runner looks when running on the Golem network. So we have the Dapp-runner here. It's all launched on the requester machine, and it connects to the network through the Yagna daemon and launches specific services through it on server providers. So now the demo time. For the demo, we're going to use our quick start tutorial, which aims at introducing users to using the Dapp-runner. And there are a couple of prerequisites. First, you have to have the Yagna daemon running, and you have to have your requester application key created. Both of these are covered in our requester development primer. So if you hadn't done it before, please follow it and have your environment set up that way. You also have to have curl on your system. So please install it unless you're sure you have it. So yeah, let's start with that. I already have the Yagna daemon runner, so I'm going to just pull up my application key. And then we'll set the environment variable called Yagna app key to the value of the application key. Then we follow through the rest of the tutorial. So let's install the environment. So we have created a virtual environment and activated it. Then we install the Dapp-runner. now we have it up. There are just two more components that we have to provide. One is an example application, and the other is a template configuration file. With those two downloaded, we have to set up the application, to which I've already done, and now we can start the Dapp-runner. So you can see that it launches our to-do list application, and it starts looking for the nodes, provider nodes that will launch our service on Golem network. It can take up to a couple of minutes to launch the whole thing. The first nodes should be launched in less than a minute. We'll see about that. So we can see that the DB node has started and it's running. So now the API, the backend node, is being launched. And the API node is starting. Now it's running. And finally the front, the web node is starting. So we see it found the provider, and so with the third node running, we can confirm that the state stream shows that all three containers are running, and the Dapp-runner showed us the link for the proxy address on which we can access our app and our large it in your private window so that it doesn't interfere with anything else. And so you see there is the to-do list, our example application. So hello, Golem with the Dapp-runner or Golem the app. Wait, the runner. Hey, and we can mark this task as down. And all word. Okay, so that's the end of the demo. We can stop the Dapp-runner, and of course it finalizes the agreements with the providers and based on using the TLM token. Thank you. And in case you would like to learn more about Dapp-runner, you can access the GitHub repository here, and you can also visit our new docs golem.network website and read about the dApps and follow the other tutorials that we have created and provided for you. So thank you.